Hello, this is Carl from National RV Detroit. I'm going to show you through your new Crossroads Zinger 331BH. Okay, we'll start here on the door side of the trailer at the rear, where you have a kitchenette, exterior kitchenette. You have a dorm refrigerator here. It's 110 AC, and so when you plug in your trailer, it will start up the refrigerator. You got some plumbing here, a video out, or actually that's antenna out, and some power if you wanted to set a TV here. You have a pull-out grill top right here. Now you have to plug this in. Let me move the camera here so I can get this up here. There we go. Like so. Now you have to plug this in. It has a plug right here. Okay, I know my camera works all over the place. I'm working by myself here with a cell phone. So this male end will plug in down here into this quick connect LP fitting here. Okay, so you're just going to push it in, push this back, let it go, and connect it, and then you'll turn the gas on like that. Okay, that's all there is to it. But you have to plug it in when you set it up to use it. Okay, I can get this back in here. Okay, also back here are your power stabilizer jacks. So this has one switch for both rear jacks and one switch for both front jacks. Here we go. Now they'll come down, they don't come down together. When this one hits, the other one will start coming down on the other side. There we go. So you don't lift the trailer with this, you just stabilize it. So you're just gonna put a little tension on it. Not a whole lot. You just want to keep it from wiggling. About like that. Okay? Alright. Simple enough. You have two doors here. You have a regular pull-out step here. More traditional step. And your bathroom is in here. Actually, this is just a half bath here. Okay. You got a power awning. Power or outside speakers. This is a black tank flush. It's used to clean out your black tank. I'll show you that when we get to the other side of the trailer, and I'll come back around and explain it to you. This is just an outside shower for hosing down kids and dogs and feet and what have you. You've got a slide out here. This is the vent for your range hood. There are little tabs in the corner here that hold this baffle shut. When you're using the range hood vent, you can just open it up so it flaps freely, otherwise you're going to keep it shut. Okay? These holes here are so you can crank your slide outs manually. There's another one back here. So you have a crank that it's up front that I'll show you. If you ever have a failure, you can put the crank through there and connect it to the shaft in there and actually crank them in and out manually, which takes a lot of cranking, but at least you're not stuck. So it's a good feature to have. This is to hook up your dog leash if you have one. Okay, this is also antenna out and power if you want to put a TV here. This is the switch for your front stabilizers. Okay, pass-through storage. Okay, the crank for your to override the slide outs. This crank here, the small one, can go in the top of the tongue jack. If your tongue jack fails, you can unscrew the cap on top of your tongue jack. I'll show you over there, right there, and you can insert that crank and you can crank it manually. This is your hose for your dump station. This is a reducer that will reduce your 30 amp plug down to a regular 15. If you plug your trailer in home, Just remember, you can run everything in the trailer, but if you just have a regular 15 amp service, you can't run the air conditioner because it'll eventually pop the circuit breaker because it draws too many amps, okay? But everything else is fine to run at home. Okay? Got two 20-pound LP tanks, your LP regulator. This is not a tank selector. This is just a indicator to tell you whether your tanks are full or not. This is gonna draw this tank down first, then this tank down. It does it automatically, switches over automatically, so you don't have to worry about selecting tanks. That's a deep cycle marine battery. Of course, your power tongue jack, which we talked about. Up and down. This is just a plug for a solar battery charger. If you ever wanted to purchase one, you would just plug that in, and it'll the solar panel will charge the battery. It just charges the battery. It doesn't run the trailer or anything like that. Okay. All right. So here we are. Right here we have city water connection. So basically you're going to just hook up the hose at your campsite, turn it on, and you got water. Pressurize the whole trailer. Now if you're at an older state park, for example, that doesn't have plumbing on the campsite, but it has a fill station when you first pull into the park, you could actually fill your fresh water tank right there, and this trailer has a pump inside. It'll pump the water. So because you have this other feature, you'll be able to camp no matter what. You'll be able to have running water no matter what, I guess is what I'm saying. So 9 times out of 10, you're just going to use the city water connection because most places have pressurized water. If you don't have city water, you can fill this tank, and you can still operate it just like you had city water. Okay. Now this is another black tank flush. There's 2 black tanks in this trailer because there's apparently, I haven't been inside, there must be 2 bathrooms because the one that I showed you in the back is just a half bath. So this particular black tank flush would be for the larger black tank for the main bathroom. Okay. All right. So that right there, that valve is for your fresh water tank to dump it. In case you're leaving the park and you still have a half a tank of fresh water, you can just open that up. These are your dump valves for your black tank, which is toilet water and waste, and then your gray tank, which is sink and shower water. So basically you're going to hook your hose onto here. It goes into the dump station. Then you're going to dump the black one first, so you'll pull that valve out and dump it. Then you'll dump the gray one second. The gray is sink and shower water. As I stated, the black one is for toilet water and waste. So the reason you dump this one second, the gray second, is because you want to use it to clean out the gray water and waste from the dump hose. It just cleans it out a little bit, so it's better to do it in that order. Then you can come up here to your black tank flush here, and you'll put the hose that they have at the dump station on here, turn it on, and it'll clean out your black tank even better. It'll spray the jets so you can, the jets will spray the sensors so you can keep them clean, so you get a good accurate reading on your monitor panel. Plus it just cleans out the tank in general. Like it says here, never turn on the water to the black tank flush unless you've got the black valve open first. So you always want to open that first so too much pressure doesn't build up. All right, that is just your furnace vent. This thing here is your water heater. Okay, let me see if I can get a picture of it here for you. All right, so this one works on both gas and electric. It's a newer model by Dometic. We're just starting to see them. The switches to operate it are inside the trailer. This is the drain valve right here, just so you know. Always, if you're going to drain it, always let the pressure out up here, like that, before you unscrew that. Otherwise, the water's going to come gushing out and it's going to get you soaked. So you always want to do that first. All right. There's another hole through for your slide rooms. Okay. Now we have the second dump valves. This is for the bathroom that's in the rear here, the half bath. It's the same thing as the other one. You're going to pull your black first, then your gray, and the black tank flush is on the other side of the trailer, if you remember I showed you. So that's just for plumbing purposes, they put it over there. Okay, so that works the same as the other one. So you've got, I guess, 3 slide outs on this trailer. Very nice. This is your power cord here, sometimes called a shore cord. It pulls out, it's 25, I'm sorry, I wasn't focused on there, sorry. It's 25 feet long, and like I said, it's got a 30 amp end on it, but you can use that adapter to plug it in at home, but you can't run the air conditioner at home. Not enough amperage. Okay. This is just video and cable through. You're pre-wired for a backup camera. You can see you got the housing up there. You can purchase one. We sell them here. You have to get the one that fits in that housing, which is made by Furrion. It'll basically, when you turn on your running lights, it activates the camera, so you can use it to back up, or you can keep it on when you drive down the road. You have a little monitor up in your tow vehicle. Also, you've got a ladder to get on the roof. Now this is very, very important. You have to inspect your roof. You know, once at the beginning of the summer, once in the middle of the summer, once at the end. You're going to go up there, you can walk up there, you're going to look around to make sure all the seals are good and tight. There's no cracks or separation starting. If you see that happening, if you know how to reseal your roof correctly, you can do it yourself. If not, you have to take it in and get it done. But you got to inspect your roof. It's very, very important. You don't want any water to get inside the trailer and the building material. So the bottom line is, if you're going to go up there and you're going to inspect it over and over again for years, and you're probably never going to have to do anything for many years, but you don't know that for a fact. That's why you inspect it, just to make sure. But like I said, odds are you won't have to do anything to it for quite a while, but still inspect it regularly. Okay, so this is your main door. Let me back up so you can see it. The steps pull down. Just grab it right here. Oops, I'm sorry, this has got a latch on it. Grab it right there. Pull it down like so. It's very stable. Now if you're on uneven terrain, you can see there's holes here in this leg, and then there's a pin here. You can pull the pin and adjust the length of the legs as needed. Okay. We're inside. Okay. We'll start here at the control panel. So inside this cabinet door is your control panel. Power awning here. I won't take it all the way out, but you'll see it. You just roll it in and out. You roll it out till you see the roller tube. That's all, you know you're out all the way. You got 3 slide outs, so we'll start here. Slide out 1, which is right here. So I'm pushing slide out 1 here, and this one's going out. Turn on some lights there. So basically you have to be careful that these cabinet doors are shut all the way. Pay attention to drawers and cabinet doors to make sure they don't get caught in the slide room. Okay. Then we'll go to slide out 2, which is in the back. You can sort of see it moving there. You'll see the end of it go by in a second here. There we go. So that's looks like a bunk room slide. When it starts ratcheting, you know it's all the way out. Right there, you take your finger off the button. Last but not least, number 3, which is right here, your kitchen slide. We spin around here so we can get another view of it going out. Okay, all right. So I mentioned to you that you can use the water pump if you're carrying onboard water because you don't have city water hookup. So you can just turn the pump on there. That pump's also used for winterizing. Your water heater on gas, you turn it on here. If you want it on electric, which you're going to use most of the time, you want it right there. Always make sure there's water in the tank before you turn it on. Okay, you check your battery here. It's just about totally charged. As you plug it in, it'll charge it. Your freshwater tank is empty. You can see as they fill, they graduate up in 1/3 increments till they're full. Black tank, empty. Gray tank, empty. Second gray tank is empty, and second black tank is empty. So as they fill, they graduate up. When you get like 2/3, you're going to know you want to start thinking about dumping your black tank and your gray tank. Okay? Alright, that's the control panel. This right here, you can't run the fireplace and the air conditioner at the same time, so you have to select which one you're going to use, basically. Which it doesn't really conflict with each other, because the fireplace is, you know, on the same day you're going to run the AC, you're probably not going to be running the fireplace, so you choose which one. This is a analog thermostat here. You always want it on auto. Heats this way. Alright, you go off, then you can go to fan, which is the air conditioner running without the compressor, and then all the way to cool, which is your air conditioner. Okay, alright. Down here is your power converter. This converts 110 AC down to 12 volt DC. Some things have to run on AC in the trailer, like the microwave and the air conditioner. You can see they're labeled here. You have regular household circuit breakers here. The rest of the power is converted down to 12 volt DC, and you can see you've got automotive fuses here, and they're all labeled. If they ever blow out, they light up, and you can see them through this plastic here. It's sort of tinted plastic. Also, this is a battery tender, so as long as you're plugged in, it'll sense how much energy your battery needs up front, and if it's charged, it'll just trickle a couple amps up there. If it's low, it'll send 10 amps or whatever it needs to keep it charged. Okay? Alright. Moving right along. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, so we'll turn on a light here. The microwave works like any other microwave. This is your range hood. I told you about the vent outside. Fan and light. Your range, you just spark it to light it. So let me just do it this way. I'll turn two of them on so we, I don't know how much gas is up here yet. I believe I did turn the tanks on. Let's wait and see if the gas works as well. If not, I didn't turn it on. I'll have to run out there and do it. Yep, so let me run out there. Always turn on your gas. I always turn both of them on. Okay, now back in there. Okay. Alright, spark it. Now that was quite a whoosh, but as you can see I left the burner on. I thought I would get it back here in time, but I did not. So there you go. You just spark it, light it, you turn this clockwise. Okay. Try not to blow yourself up or singe your eyebrows off. You have a light here, of course. Now, to light the oven, you can see that sparks down there also. So what you do is you're going to go to the oven knob, and you're going to go to the pilot, which is the picture of the flame. You depress it, then you're going to spark this. You look under here and you spark it till it lights down there. Once it lights, you hold it for about 10 or 15 seconds to heat it up. Then you go to whatever temperature you want. It'll cycle through like a normal oven. But when you go back to off, the flame goes off obviously, but so does the pilot light. So you have to relight the pilot light each time you use it. Okay. This is your carbon monoxide and LP gas detectors here. So you always want to make sure that it's green like you see right there. And if it ever goes off, you go outside, shut off your gas, and figure out what's going on. Okay, moving right along. This is a Norcold refrigerator. Let me open it up here. Okay, so turn it on. Well, actually, I'm not plugged into power, so I'll just have to talk you through this. Okay, you're going to turn it on. You can see that you can set the temperature plus and minus. This will also run on Let me make sure I'm telling you the correct information on this before I go any farther. Hold on one second. Okay. Okay, yes. So it's very simple. It's almost automatic. You're just basically going to turn it on, and it'll seek out the energy source. It'll always use electricity first, and you just go from there. Okay. Nothing unique about that. All right. This is your fireplace. Now your fireplace has a remote. Basically, it has you can change the color of the flame. You can set the fan speed on it, and you can set the temperature. It has a thermostat. Okay. You got a sound bar and a TV. Sound bar works typical like any typical sound bar. This has Bluetooth, so you can hook up wirelessly. It has a USB, so you can stream off of it. You put a stick in there and stream off of it. You can select the speaker zones with it inside and outside the trailer. So you can do a lot with it. This table will fold down. You just basically pull it out of the mount there, and you can set it on these cleats, one on each side, and then fill in the space with the cushions. Okay, and you can turn it into a bed. This is a bed here. No, this is a jackknife bed. So basically all you're going to do with this is jackknife it flat, like so, and you get another bed. So there's two. Then you come back here to the bunk room, find the light switch, and you've got 3 bunks here. So this one jackknife's flat just like the one out there, right? This one here, you're going to just unlatch it when you're going to use it and drop it into place, like so. Okay. You have a backer plate for a TV, and then you have video and power there to plug your TV in, so you can get the kids a TV. This, let me pull this up so I'm going to see how I can do this and show you. It's going to be kind of tough because this is kind of a, let me back up here so you can see what I'm doing. This snaps. I'll show you on a different window. Basically, there's another escape window here to show you. You're just going to pull out this lever and push it through, and then you would grab a hold of this tab and pull the screen out. You can roll right out, however you choose to get out. Hopefully you'll do one somersault and land on your feet. Everything will be fine. Okay. And this is the powder room. I'll explain the toilet to you and I won't explain it up there because they work the same. The bottom line with these toilets is you can't use them dry. So there's a foot puddle to flush it. That's just residual water pressure from when it was water tested. So when you get to the campground, you're going to hook up your water, plug it in. You'll come in here and you'll use your chemical, your toilet chemical. There's powders, there's liquids, there's pre-measured packets, there's scoops, all different kinds. It depends on what type you get. You'll put it in there. You'll step on the pedal, and you just let it run till about a gallon goes in there. There's no way to tell exactly what a gallon is, but you'll just have to get the hang of it. The bottom line is you don't start using it dry. You always have to have a little bit of water in it and chemical. So after that, it'll just keep flushing it as normal. But when it gets full, if you're going to stay at the same campground, let's say, you will dump your black tank, and then you'll come back in here and repeat that procedure. Chemical and a gallon or so of water, okay? Now, when you flush it, normally it'll fill about right to there. That's so it can't slosh out of the toilet, when you're pulling it. So if you want to add more water to use when you're using the toilet, you step on the pedal, and there's a spot right there. I'll see if I can do it so you can see both. There's a spot right there that the trap doesn't open, but the water will turn on. So you can actually fill it, as full as you want, and use it. But you'll have to fill it each time before you use it to the level that you choose. Okay. This sink works like any other sink. You got a vent and a fan. Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay. So you got a pass-through bathroom in here. This GFCI, all the plugs will be wired through this, even the one on the outside. So if you're using a coffee pot outside and it pops, you'll know you have to reset it right here. This toilet works the same way as I explained it to you before. Now you have to winterize this trailer like every trailer, and you'll do that behind here. Take this panel off. It's held on with number 2 square-headed screws, and 4 of them, 1 at each side. You have to educate yourself on winterization. You have to remember you have to bypass the water heater. You can't get antifreeze into the water heater, so you have to bypass it in the back. If you don't know how to do it, you'll have to get it done. But it's easy enough to learn. Just talk to other campers, your friends who camp. That's if you don't already know. I have to assume you don't, even though you may, just so I say, talk about everything in case the customer has not owned a trailer before. But the bottom line is you got to bypass the water heater. You can't get water into the excuse me, you can't get antifreeze into the water tank for the water heater. If I'm making any sense here, I'm starting to ramble a bit, sorry. Let's find a switch. Okay, so just a regular bedroom. This will have a backer plate here for a TV bracket and video and power. Alright, this escape window we can demonstrate on. So you go like so, and then if you just want to use it for ventilation, you can do that. But if you have to escape, you'll push it all the way through, and then you'll grab a hold of this and pull the screen out, okay? Very simple. But you can use it for ventilation also. Okay. Shower works like any other shower. You have a fan for it. You always run the fan with the shower so you can pull the humidity out. Okay. Alright, so I think I've pretty much covered it. I know this is not a good way to do it, but with the virus we have to use these cell phone videos. So you're going to have questions, you can call us and we'll talk you through it. You can also look at your packet that comes with the trailer. It has a manual for every appliance in here. Plus there's manufacturer videos, third-party videos, all kinds of ways to learn. Like I said, you could always talk to us too. That's important. We'll help you out as best we can. Okay. So thank you for buying a trailer from National RV Detroit, and goodbye.